Well, hello, and welcome back to the Coachman. For today's story, we're gonna go way back, and when I mean way back, I mean back to ancient times, and to a story that's called "The Foolish Timid Rabbit." And the thing about it, it originates in India, but the thing about it is that it really has no author. It was just like told stories from that were just told way back when throughout India. And the crazy thing about it is that in these tales, um, the oral storytelling was a primary tool for teaching kids ethics and mindfulness. Um, and it really just signifies like what happens when, I guess, just blind faith, if you want to call it in a sense. And I go by saying that I usually tell people that are scared. I'm like, look, fear it isn't real, but danger is. But this tale, it basically says the danger wasn't real, but the fear was. So let's get into this story and yeah, see what we can get from this. Once upon a time, a rabbit was asleep under a palm tree. All at once he woke up and thought, what if the world should break up? What then would become of me? At that moment, some monkeys dropped a coconut. It fell down on the ground just back of the rabbit. Hearing the noise, the rabbit said to himself, the earth is all breaking up. Now, if you haven't figured out, I am sure that many of you know where this story is going, but I want to see if people can actually listen to this story and actually hear the relevance today. And he jumped up and ran just as fast as he could, without even looking back to see what made the noise. Another rabbit saw him running and called after him, what are you running so fast for? Don't ask me, he cried. But the other rabbit ran after him, begging to know what the matter was. Then the first rabbit said, don't you know, the earth is all breaking up. And on he ran, and the second rabbit ran with him. The next rabbit they met ran with them when he heard that the earth was all breaking up. One rabbit after another joined them, until there were hundreds of rabbits running as fast as they could. Are you starting to get the drift? They passed a deer, calling out to him that the earth was all breaking up. The deer ran with them. The deer called to a fox to come along because the earth was all breaking up. On and on they ran, and an elephant joined them. At last, the lion saw the animals running and heard their cry that the earth was all breaking up. I'm going to save my thoughts for the end. He thought there must be some mistake, so he ran to the foot of a hill in front of them and roared 3 times. They, this stopped them, for they knew the voice of the king of beasts, and they feared him. Why are you running so fast? Asked the lion. Oh, king, they answered him, the earth is all breaking up. Who saw it breaking up? Asked the lion. I didn't, said the elephant. Ask the fox. He told me about it. I didn't, said the fox. The rabbits told me about it, said the deer. One after another of the rabbits said, I did not see it, but another rabbit told me about it. At last the lion came to the rabbit who had first said the earth was all breaking up. Is it true that the earth is all breaking up? Said the lion. Yes, O lion, it is, said the rabbit. I was asleep under a palm tree. I woke up and thought, what will become of me if the earth should all break up? At that very moment, I heard the sound of the earth breaking up, and I ran away. Then, said the lion, you and I will go back to the place where the earth began to break up, and see what is the matter. So the lion put the little rabbit on his back, and away they went like the wind. The other animals waited for them at the foot of the hill. The rabbit told the lion when they were near the place where he slept, and the lion saw just where the rabbit had been sleeping. he saw too the coconut that had fallen to the ground nearby. Then the lion said to the rabbit, "It must have been the sound of the coconut falling to the ground that you heard, you foolish rabbit." And the lion ran back to the other animals and told them all about it. If it had not been for the wise king of beasts, they might be still running. So as you can see, story pretty quite forward. And if you haven't figured it out, I'm going to give you my take. When I look at today's society, especially here in America, we are so overrun by fear that we just believe what we want to believe to make the fear real. And to me, it's all bullshit. Like, I'm a 6'2" black guy. And if you ask most people if they saw a black man on one side and a biker with tattoos all over, which side of the street would they walk on? Most of them would just choose the biker because of the fear of like black people. You know what I mean? And it's just like sometimes like I think the world of the media and newspapers and everything, we're so engulfed by this emotion of fear that we have to do something that it's bullshit. It's all a lot of it is bullshit. Um, Even to the extent that I saw on social media a woman protesting that how a lot of women there's going to be a lot of divorces because of women dating these white men that really have no reaction to this ICE shooting in Minnesota. I To me it doesn't make any sense. Like her fear of saying, "Oh, there's going to be so many people that are going to leave their husbands because I can't believe it. Why wouldn't they? Why like?" But it's fear, and it's just stupid. Like whether it's racism, Zionism, whether it's anything under the sun that has an ism that people fear, instead of doing what the king did and just ask questions, you get a lot of people that just do stupid shit and react based on their emotions for no apparent reason. There's no logic to it. It's all emotion. So, um, let me know like what you think. Like, have you seen this, in your own life? Have you ever like felt it yourself? I know I have. Like, no joke, as I've definitely kind of gone with it. Um, but yeah, but just let me know, like, if this one like hits home. And then ask yourself, when was the last time you stopped running long enough to actually see what is happening, see what's going on, and dig a little deeper. So, with that being said, until next time, take care.